long career also after the gathering, you know. I've been solo for 10 years, but somehow I never made my own metal prog album. I did a lot of different things which I loved, and I explored a lot of genres of music, singing, and worked with a lot of different people. But 2 years ago I started writing with Ari and Lucas on The Gentle Storm. So we put this band together, and then kind of in a hurry. And then we end up with this fantastic band for the live shows of Gentle Storm. And more I got to thinking, if I want to make a metal album by myself, then it's these people I want to work with a lot, because they're all so good and they're nice guys and they're all very good instrumentalists. Joost van den Broek, he was playing keys in the live band, but he's also, when I talk to him about new music or going, you know, to form my own band or whatever, we all had the same ideas. So he had good ideas as well, and I asked him, would you produce it? And then all of a sudden I have this fantastic group of guys around me who, you know, who were able to kind of do what I envisioned. Here we are with a new album, and yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, you can say it has a new name. It's also different music, of course. Like Arjen, you know, he has a big stamp on the music. You know, he wrote the music for Gentle Storm. There's a big folk element in Gentle Storm, and now it's more straightforward metal, prog metal, but still epic and heavy. Actually, yes, and I've been traveling for a long time, to many countries, because we were always touring, and I am always very much inspired by traveling itself. So being around, moving in airplanes and trains, whatever. I like being in different cities where I don't know, meeting different people, and that all inspires me to write music. So I write a lot in airplanes, in hotel rooms, and I always thought, what if I write about these places where I go so many times? Cultural, you know, climate-wise, everything like kind of, you know, inspires you. And so, and then I just start writing, and then this band VUUR, you know, gets its shape, and I thought, if I want to do this concept, I can do it with these guys in this genre, and there should be a metal album with this, you know, this ideas, because you can be epic and poetic in metal, you know. This is what I wanted to do, because I like the contradiction or the duality in music. I love metal because it's dark and because it's masculine, and I love metal with beautiful touch, like beautiful melodies or beautiful vocals or beautiful soaring guitar solo. I love this element of these two worlds coming together. I wanted to unite these kind of extremes. There is some powerful truth in uniting these, you know, in the middle. That's kind of also what the concept is all about, is in this moment we are free. This moment, I mean the middle. Like you find the extremes, you look for it, and you live them. And in the middle, when you come together. Well, in The Gentle Storm we worked with Merel Bechtold, and she is a fantastic guitar player. She works now, she plays in Delane, and she was already playing shows with Delane and with us, and then it was too much for her, so she had to make a choice. So we were kind of without a guitar player, so I had to find something new, which is very difficult, because you know you have some good guitar players, but because we have like an all-star band, right? We have Ed, we have Johan. I mean, those guys have earned their tracks. They are not only powerful players, but also very charismatic on stage. I didn't want anybody there that is less of a player, but also less of like an energy on stage. And that's hard to find. you know, you have really a lot of good players who only look at their instruments and play like crazy, really good. But it's also they have to also out there, you know. So Jort, we found he was playing in Floor Jansen's band, Revamp, and we saw him there, and we thought he was wonderful, and we asked him, and he was, you know. Yeah. He's in another band called My Propane, which is a really great band. He just started out there, and with his friend Valerio. So I was a bit reluctant to ask him because I knew he was just starting up this new band, but I asked him anyway. So now he's with us, and he's in My Propane, so that's great. And so now we have this wonderful band together. I wrote all the songs together with Joost. Okay. So for a year, every Tuesday I would go to his studio, we write songs, and very consistent. Okay. But we did have songs that we wrote together with, for instance, Mark Holcomb from Periphery. Okay. We worked with Asa Holopainen from Amorphis and Daniel Cardoso from Anathema. So those are three wonderful friends I have in the you know, friends, colleagues that I just send an app to, like, would you like to contribute to the album? And I said, sure. Like, Asa sent me 5 songs, you know. All right. Amazing. And we worked on 2 songs of his, so we kind of worked together, and our 2 guitar players, Jort and Ferry, they contributed to 2 songs, and they all have such a different spirit because they're from different angles, you know. Okay. Mark Holcomb, for instance, he has this epic way of making melodies, and he sent me like one video of him. Oh, I have a riff on like a guitar, just really short, and I was already blown away by one riff, melodic wise, fantastic. And so it's then the job of the producer Joost to put this all together, like sound wise, you know. Because that's a task, because everybody is coming from such different places. I can't wait. Because we've been in writing, recording process, and you know, I said I like traveling, you know, so I'm already started out, you know, doing the promo thing, so I'm talking about the album a lot, which is great, and so 20 October it will be released, and then we're out playing until... As a support for Epica? As well, yes. And a few shows headlining? Yes. So we'll be in December 7, I think we'll be in Paris with on our own. This is Pink Pop, I think. I never look back on YouTube or pictures, because I always think I can do better today or tomorrow. Okay. But seeing this, I'm a child, you know, with just in the gathering and experiencing everything for the first time, which was great. This first album with me, it was a good success. So Central Media put us out worldwide, and in every country it caught on, and we were able to tour and do nice shows, and it was a fantastic time. Okay, this is Lille. Yes, absolutely. I see it by my clothes. This is Lille, and yes. This is with avec Anneke, and again I had a lot of fun with this band because it's also shortly after I went solo, and the nice thing about this period is that there was a lot of time to experiment with different kind of music, to work with different kind of people, and it gave me a lot of inspiration, and it was nice that we got invited to do shows, and we could, you know, kind of immediately tour again. And, but to be honest, I had to work really hard to earn the respect of the crowd, of the people who knew the gathering, and of metal crowds and so on. Nice one. This is Gentle Storm. I think in Amsterdam or whatever. And yeah, like we talked about, it's my step towards coming fully back to metal, you know, in my own capacity. And I feel very good about it because in metal music I am home. I love singing. I love all the genres I'm doing. I love, you know, I made a kids theater show for children. I did everything.
That I didn't know. Okay.
Oh really? It's great. And I made an album. Yeah, it's cool. But to be in metal and to be in front of a metal crowd, it's like a brotherhood, and it's something you'll never see in any other genre of music or in any other cultural genre. And I feel at home, so I'm most definitely feel very happy in my place now. Yes. Good artwork, no? Yeah, kind of like we talked about the duality of life, you know, the darkness and the light. This duality comes back in this person, in this image. And I like it very much because it's dark, but it's not grueling, you know? It has hope, and I love that. Every cloud has a silver lining.